What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuning in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got another brand spanking new one for you. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
And like I said, man, I'm doing great, man. Getting ready for this, I don't even know what to call it anymore. Bombshell is about to happen. New York's about to be open fully. 70% vaccination. It's about to go down, man. People about to wild out here in these streets.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. Let's start getting back to normal a little bit, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a hot boy summer, man. The way these streets are looking. Everybody's looking to be out. Seeing a bunch of people out without masks. A lot of places are having, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. I mean, we drove around the city the other day. It seemed like nobody had a mask on. Looks like it was regular New York, man.
You ready for back to normal?
Somewhat, but I'm still gonna be, precautious about going out to certain places or going to do certain things. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think starting to see the stands filling up in arenas, and the NFL's already got quite a few arenas that said that they're going to be full in September. So yeah, I've been enjoying the fans being back at games. That's for sure.
Yeah, it looks like come this time next year, we're not even remember what COVID was. So the way it's looking, arenas is packed. I think places can start opening to full, the full time. In New York, things are open later, so I know things were closing earlier. So I know it's going to be interesting to see. People wild out, because they've been locked up for so long, or if things if people ease into things,
Since when do people ease into things, Rich?
Never. I mean, you can even tell from the fans that was going to the NBA games. I mean, throwing stuff at the players. I mean, sometimes people don't know how to act, man.
No, they don't, and I think the players have kind of had enough of it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I think they don't want the malice in the palace again. So
no, they don't. No one wants that again. But it's got to be on the fans too. It's don't do stupid stuff.
Yeah, especially because it looks like they're banning people now. I don't know if they're getting a lifetime ban or they also talk about banning them from other arenas. So I mean, let's say you get banned from whatever city you're from. As far as an NBA team, you might not even be able to go to any NBA game ever. So
good. Maybe it'll get people to act properly.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then speaking of NBA, I mean, let's get right into it, man. We got all these teams pretty much tied up 2-2. Tonight we got the Nets and the Bucks playing. You still think Brooklyn could pull it off without Kyrie or Harden? Well, it looks like Harden's gonna play tonight, so I mean we'll see.
Looks like Harden's gonna play tonight. Tested his hamstring, got cleared by the docs. He's ready to go. I don't know what percentage he's gonna be playing at, whether it's 80%, 60%, but he definitely helps the team out, especially with Kyrie. Looks like Kyrie's probably gonna be out for the rest of the series with that sprained ankle, and I think this is gonna be a kind of a big 3 games for Durant potentially. He could cement his legacy here if he can kind of carry this team past Giannis and the Bucks.
Oh yeah, I think James Harden's gonna be the hero though.
Think so?
Just because he has the ball in his hand so much, and he's gonna be dishing out those dimes. He when they were all on the floor, he's having those 18 games. I mean, he's gonna be responsible for a lot of people to get easy buckets. And I think that's what they need because Durant's always going to score, but I think Harden helps those other guys get buckets just because of the attention he draws, his ability to get to the hole. So I mean, it's going to be good to see just like you said, how much of a percentage he comes back at. If he's like 80%, 90%. I mean, anywhere in that range, I think he can get the job done.
Yeah, I think so too. The only thing you got to worry about is with these soft tissue injuries is just making it worse. But I don't know if they would even get past the Bucks without, Harden and Kyrie.
I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, I don't think the Bucks are just too iffy for me. They're too hot and cold.
Yeah,
I feel like they shrink at times when they shouldn't. I don't know if it's because of Giannis or when he has an off night, he has an off night because he's not the best shooter. I mean, he can't get to the hole, then there's a problem.
Yeah, sometimes he just looks like he's just like you're right, like he's just way off. Like he's not like a little bit off here and there, or not shooting well but can still get to the hoop. He just looks like he's in outer space.
And then on the other matchups, we got Atlanta and Philly. Atlanta tied it up at 2-2 yesterday. I don't want to say it, but I mean Philly might be in trouble, man.
Yeah, I think they could be. I mean, Embiid looked a little slow last night. Looked a little hobbled. I don't think either team really shot the ball that well. But Atlanta was able to pull it off. It's a big game 5. Back in Philly. Philly's got to figure out how to stop Trae Young in crunch time, and what are they going to do with Ben Simmons at the line? If they're getting Ben Simmons to the line late, he was 1 for 5 last night. Looks like a liability, there. So I don't know. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough one for Philly.
I think they're gonna need Tobias Harris to step up.
Yep.
I think he's gonna have to be that second scorer in the series.
He's kind of been their X factor the whole playoffs, really.
He's just got to pick it up because they have guys on their team that's. I think Embiid is always gonna get like 30 and 10 or 12, rebounds, but outside of that, everybody else is just up and down. I mean, they got a bunch of shooters on the team. Sometimes the shooters don't have a good night, but I think Tobias Harris is that key because he can get to the hole, he can get a bucket. But if he doesn't, if he's not aggressive with it, I think that's when they struggle.
Yeah, I agree.
The NBA announced some of these the all NBA, first team, second and third. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yep, just saw it.
How do you feel about what they put out as far as the NBA first team?
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. Jokic, Giannis, Steph Curry, Luka, Kawhi. I mean, I think that's pretty solid. I could have seen, Embiid going in front of Giannis there as a first teamer. But other than that, I think it's pretty solid.
I pretty much like it. I'm surprised they didn't have Zion on all second team. He was averaging like 26 a game. But I don't know, maybe he didn't play enough games to qualify.
He's not on the third team either.
Yeah, so I mean, he's not even up there, which was interesting. But I guess maybe because they didn't win enough games. The Paul George is on the third team. That third team is a little weird.
Yeah, I'm shocked there's no Jason Tatum on the at least the third team.
Yeah, they put Jimmy Butler on the third team too. Don't get me wrong, Jimmy Butler's great, but I don't think he put up stats to be NBA third team.
Yeah, the third team's you got Paul George down there, which is fine. He had a pretty good year. Rudy Gobert, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal had an awesome year, and Kyrie. It's tough. These all NBA teams are tough, and one of the things is too that it determines so much in these contract extensions now that it's so huge for these guys. So like Luka can get the super max in the offseason, so he can make $201 million over 5 years with this summer now, and Embiid getting all second team opens him up for a 4-year, $190 million contract extension.
Oh yeah, and then I mean I don't even think you see the text from Tom.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's the thing with that's the big debate with Luka. I mean, they're saying he might not even resign.
I think that was a little sort of misleading. It said that he fully intends to sign an extension. I think he just wants some resolution on some issues in the front office, and who knows what that means, right? Is there GM issues, coach issues? What is it? What's the issue? But I still think he'll be there come next year.
Yeah, I think he's just putting the pressure on management to make some changes, like all stars do.
Sure.
So especially being in Texas, you're not getting hit with that income tax. I mean, they got a lot of room for improvement. I mean, based off how far they got with just him, a lot of people didn't show up. So if he gets some kind of help, I think that's going to go a long way.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think you're right.
And then on to the other games. I mean, we got Utah and the Clippers. I mean, the Clips tied it up at 2-2. We thought they was going to possibly get swept the way they was playing. It looks like they locked down defensively. Looks like they've been shutting down Donovan Mitchell in that first quarter. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I didn't realize Conley hasn't been playing.
He's got a bad hammy.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he's going to make a difference. if they can get him back in the series to take some of the pressure off of Mitchell. Even though he's still averaging like 37 a game, somebody else is gonna have to step up on that team and be consistent. It seems like.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's it's weird. Why do they wait? Why do they wait to put Kawhi on Mitchell or one of the Jazz's better players, right? Or Clarkson or whoever, right? I feel like they wait until they're down 2-0. They've been blown out of 2 games, and then they're like, oh, maybe we'll actually let Kawhi start guarding people now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a fatigue thing, because I mean Mitchell's pretty agile. Kawhi's not as agile as it used to be, but
sure,
I'm sure they're trying to give players on the team like Pat Beverly a chance to live up to his defensive paralysis as far as being a great defensive player. But I think ultimately you're gonna have to put Kawhi on him. But they've been throwing other people. They've been trapping him a lot too, just to get the ball out of his hands. I think that's what Philly needs to do with Trae Young. But they haven't been doing much of it. The past few games. Kind of what they're doing to Mitchell. But I mean, even them still doing that, he's still averaging about 37 a game, which is the crazy thing. So
yeah, he needs some help. He needs some help offensively.
Yeah, I mean, they got the six man of the year, but I mean, he hasn't been playing that great. And then those other shooters that they haven't been shooting well the past 2 games. So
who's that? Clarkson and Bogdanovich?
No, not I don't think his name is Bogdanovich.
Oh, what's his last name? I get him mixed up with that guy in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Isn't it Bojan?
No, I think they have 2 guys. I think one is
Bojan Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
Joe Ingles.
Yeah, it's Ingles and Bogdanovic.
And Jordan Clarkson off the bench.
Yeah, I mean they haven't really been playing too great. I mean Clarkson's 6 man a year. I mean last game he had 8 points. Bogdanovic had 18. Ingles had 19. I mean it was not bad, but I mean somebody's gonna have to get in that 20 range so to help Donovan out.
Yeah, no, totally agree.
And then outside of that, I mean the Nuggets. I mean they got Sweat, man, MVP Joker. Got kicked out the last game for a flagrant 2. Went to swipe for a ball. Don't get me wrong, it was a hard swipe, but he like nipped the guy on the nose and he still hit the ball. I don't think that warranted a flagrant 2, especially in an elimination game.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that call. I mean, obviously he was upset and went to had an over aggressive type foul, but I have a hard time calling that a flagrant 2 in a playoff game. Fine, regular season, you want to boot a guy for that. Clearly he's frustrated, upset, whatever. I still don't like the call, but I could get by it, get over it. That I thought was just a bad call. If at first it honestly doesn't even look like he hit Campaign, and then you slow it down to super slow motion. He skimmed his face with his elbow. I don't know. I don't like that call in that situation. Not to especially the best player on their team.
Yeah, it was such a good clutch time. You got to let them play that out. I mean, the Nuggets were in the game. I don't know if you know, Aaron Gordon has been terrible on that team, man.
Oh yeah, he's not been good. He is invisible.
Yeah, I'm like what happened to the guy in Orlando, man? Just not aggressive. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe he doesn't like the team, doesn't fit in the system. I don't know what it is, man. I thought he would come in and get a lot of buckets because I mean I felt like he took Millsap's starting spot, and Millsap still averages I think 10 points a game or something like that, 10, 15 points a game. So so I thought he would thrive in that, but I guess not, man.
No, he's been real bad.
Then I mean the Suns. I mean they're pretty much waiting for the winner of the Jazz and the Clippers. You think the Suns can get to the finals, man?
I think they do. They're playing really well. Chris Paul's playing some of the best basketball I've ever seen him play. Booker's been solid. DeAndre Ayton's been a force defensively down low. And then you got the complementary players, Bridges, and I think that team has just been solid, real good. They have all the pieces there to win it. I think it probably depends on matchups, but I think they could beat the Jazz or the Clippers, and then you get into the finals and anything can happen.
Oh yeah,
especially a beat up Nets team, or the Bucks would be kind of suspect. And then either Atlanta or Philly doesn't impress me that much. So yeah, I think the Suns have probably the best odds to win it right now, I would guess.
Do you think if the Suns win, you think Chris Paul resigns, or you think he leaves?
I don't know. Where's he going to go? Is he going to leave and retire? Is he going to leave and go somewhere else and be a mercenary type like he was this year?
Lakers.
Yeah, maybe. I guess. I don't know why. I guess he could leave the Phoenix team, but he seems like he's having fun down there.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Who they match up against in the next round, and even if they get to the finals, how they fare against Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn. If Brooklyn is healthy, they're going to be an issue. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, we're going to have to wait and see. If
I think just based on where they are now, they're not going to be healthy. I mean, even if Kyrie's back, he's not going to be 100%. Harden's not going to be 100%. So, while I think that those guys can both play, not being 100%, you're not getting a fully loaded Brooklyn team.
Yeah, but I think also it depends on how long the series goes. So let's say if they can win these next 2 games and the Philly game goes to 7, I mean, that gives them some extra resting days. Or if they were able to sweep whoever they played in the next round, if they won this round, I mean, you're going to be able to get a lot of resting time for those guys to get rested up for the finals if they were to make it.
Yeah. I mean, they still got to play those games and stay healthy during those games too, right? So.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, getting close to the NBA season ending. I mean, so the mock drafts are coming out. They got Houston projected with the first pick, and they're taking Cade Cunningham. Detroit taking Evan Mobley. The Magic going Jalen Suggs. The Thunder with the 4th pick. Jalen Green. The Cavs with the 5th pick taking Jonathan Kuminga, who's a G leaguer. Warriors getting Scotty Barnes from FSU. The Raptors getting Davion Mitchell from Baylor. The Magic again with another pick, getting James Boyd-Knight from UConn. Kings getting Moses Moody from Arkansas, and the Pelicans getting Corey Kispert from Gonzaga. I mean, how the hell the damn Pelicans keep getting in the lottery? They should be in the upper half.
They don't play defense. Typically a problem in the NBA when you don't play defense. Yeah, I mean, I still think they need to mature a little bit. They're a young team. They've kind of gotten rid of their veterans. So I think as Ingram and Zion get a little bit older here, hopefully they can bring in some of those veteran type guys to help these guys grow a little bit. They're gonna need defensive help. They can't really stop anybody. So.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out something. Somebody's gonna have to play defense there. But I mean, I like the Magic, man. If they hit on these picks, they will have a nice little young roster to build around. I don't like them picking 2 guards at the same spot. I would rather probably Jalen Green at the 3 spot for the 3rd pick instead of Suggs. Just because Green is a little bigger and he's played in the G League. So.
Yeah. I mean, Suggs is decent size too. He's not that small. I mean, he's obviously a little younger, or sorry, not younger, a little kind of not as filled out. But I think either pick would be good for them.
Yeah, I mean, then they bounce back with another pick at probably like 8.
Yep.
So I mean, you can get you 2 potential starters right there. For your future team if you hit it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the Warriors, they're sitting there at 6, possibly anywhere between 4 and 6. So they got an opportunity to keep their roster going, and they got the pick at 14.
Yep.
So I mean, I see they're looking at this guy from Michigan. Like his name is like Bosenvonder or something like that.
Oh yeah. I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. So I mean, the Warriors gonna be back in it, man. With these top 2 picks, Clay coming back. I felt like they're gonna get Iguodala out of retirement or something, and they're gonna be back. They're gonna be back in business.
I mean, that's I guess that's one upside of getting a top 20 player back from injury, right? Having Clay come back next year. Hopefully he's closer closer to 100%, and
Wiseman coming back too.
Wiseman's coming back. He'll be have a year under his belt now. Yeah, they could be a dangerous team, and I think Draymond changes his game when those guys are there.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to score. He can
exactly
facilitate, and I think those are the games he gets those triple doubles just because off this.
Yeah,
they run him as a kind of point guard. When he gets that rebound, he's able to go. So it's not really much in NFL. I don't know if you want to talk about these cornerbacks not showing up to camp.
Who was it? Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, and Howard.
Howard from where?
Miami.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, they want to get paid. Stephon Gilmore's in the last year of his deal, and he basically took money from this year to kind of they moved money from this year to pay him last year, and kind of coming back to bite them now. I mean, I think they probably needed to do it after him getting Defensive Player of the Year, but now he's upset, and I feel like with the Patriots, these guys that do this, it rarely pans out for them. I think there's a couple of guys that Bill finally caved. Logan Mankins is one, and that he finally pays, right? But it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen very often, especially for a guy that's Stephon Gilmore's age.
Yeah, I feel like the only person who's really worked out for is Chandler, because I mean he went and got paid. He went out and got paid, and
they traded him. I'm saying works out for in the Patriots with them staying with the Patriots, right? So Logan Mankins held out for a while. Eventually, they paid him, but it's only a couple of guys that they've ever done that for. I don't see them doing that here. I feel like they'll either trade him or let him hold out.
You think he'll go for what do you think they get for him if they did trade him for like a two or
now?
three?
No, not much. I don't think. I think maybe a three.
It'd be interesting to see what team would go after him.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of teams that want him. You already saw Jalen Ramsey trying to coerce him to come, saying that Boston traded Mookie Betts to LA and he won a championship. So come on over, Stephon.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have draft picks. I mean, I feel like they traded all their draft picks every year.
Oh, they don't have draft picks, no.
I don't know. I mean, that they would be trading like a 2025 pick for him. So
that's perfect. That's exactly what Belichick wants. Yeah, my guess is he gets traded though.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see, what they could work out. I'm trying to think. I mean, Richard Sherman's still out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting to see if they traded Gilmore for a pick and then signed Richard Sherman for that same amount of money.
I could see them doing that.
We're gonna have to wait and see. But I mean, I'm sure the Patriots have it planned out either way. If they can't resign him, what they're gonna do. I don't know if you want to get into baseball. Yankees still slipping again.
They're all over the place. No, I'm good on baseball this week.
All right.
Take a break. I'll get loaded up for next week on my Yankee anger.
Till the boils over.
Yeah, it's getting close after that terrible showing against the Phillies over the weekend. You want me to throw a U.S. Open preview out there for golf?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so it's that time of the year again. Major time in golf. This is a big one. U.S. Open. It's the kind of the elusive championship for everybody. It's the one where any player can qualify. So it's just one of those championships, kind of like the British Open for the Europeans.
Mm-hmm.
But this year it's out at Torrey Pines, which is, of course, I've gotten to go check out. It's in San Diego. It's I guess it's in La Jolla, San Diego, right on the line there. It sits right on the ocean. It's really just a beautiful piece of property. The rough is notoriously thick there. They last played the U.S. Open at Torrey in 2008. That's the one that Tiger won with a broken leg.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple ridiculous shots. Had that putt that, I mean, I don't know about you, Rich, but I've probably seen it about 500,000 times. Birdie putt on 18 to set it into a playoff. And the U.S. Open playoff is a full 18 on Monday. So there was, that was 13 years ago. So this is the second time they've hosted. It really just, they play there every year anyways. They play the Farmers Insurance Open there, usually in like the February, March timeframe. But it's just it's an awesome course. They got different style greens. They got the Poana greens, so it's a little bit, they're a little bit choppy. They're not as smooth as some of the other greens that these guys play, and the grass is just a little bit different. It makes them tough to read, tough to play on. But it should be a good week. John Rahm's the favorite this week, coming off of his positive COVID-19 test on Saturday after leading the tournament. So he's back, ready to play.
I know Johnson's like second favorite.
Yeah, Dustin's up there.
And you got McIlroy's up.
Got your regular guys, McIlroy, DeChambeau. DeChambeau's the reigning champ. This will be a true test to the hack and slash hitting as far as he can and then slashing it out of the rough like he did last year at Winged Foot. So yeah, it's a good test. There's certain guys that just play well at this course. This was kind of like, Phil's always played. This is Phil's home course. Phil's always played well here. Tiger was another guy that, always played well on the Poa annua greens. And then John Rahm, as of late, has been, a really good. He's had some really good rounds at Torrey. So, it should be a good time. If the wind gets up, that course can play really, really long. There's a couple of long holes that play directly into the ocean, essentially. So it should be a good week.
Oh yeah.
And it's on West Coast time, so you get those the early tee times for us are 10 o'clock in the morning. So
morning, yeah, afternoon time.
Yeah, some prime time golf.
I'm interested to see what Phil's able to do if he can go back to back and buck one out.
Yeah, this is the one that's always evaded Phil. He's been trying to win a U.S. Open for forever.
Yep.
So he's had a couple where he was right there on Sunday, probably should have won, but didn't. So if he can somehow pull off something amazing again, he'd be he'd finish off his career Grand Slam.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. But it'd be a great way to go out.
So yeah, we'll see who's gets off to a good start and can bring it home on Sunday.
Yeah, they're definitely kicking off on Thursday, so it's gonna be an impactful weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's that time again. Looks like we got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew for people. What you got for us today?
We're gonna do a little different this week. Summertime coming up. I figure let's discuss what's favorite barbecue foods or favorite, I guess, outdoor barbecue foods for the summer. Give me a main dish, a side, and a salad or a pasta salad, something like that. What's your go-to in the summertime? And then I'll give you mine.
Well, black people, we barbecue a little different. When we barbecue, it goes down. It's kind of like a mini Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We got your hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. Then we got your, your chicken, some kind of barbecue chicken. We got some kind of barbecue ribs. Sometimes we'll throw on the steaks. And then as far as sides, we got your potato salad, macaroni and cheese, peas and rice. Throw in some greens, maybe collard greens or string beans. So it all depends. So like I said, it's like a mini Thanksgiving, but probably barbecue food. Will probably be the barbecue ribs on the grill. The side, I'll probably have to go with some potato salad because it's not hot. So it's not something that's you don't want to be eating too much hot stuff during a hot day. Potato salad is gonna be nice and cold straight out the refrigerator. And then what else you said? You said the side and
yeah. So give me. So on your plate, you got a meat. You got, let's say, two sides, and then like a salad type, like a pasta salad or like a Caesar salad. What's on? I'm looking at Rich's plate. What's he got on it?
Oh, on my plate, then I've definitely got the barbecue ribs on there.
Okay.
Got the potato salad.
Yeah.
Right. Probably got some macaroni salad.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's another one. And then I'll probably that might be it.
That's it.
The rice and peas might be another one. So it depends, man. You got the macaroni and cheese. I like to make my my chili dip for barbecues
appetizer
as well. What happened?
For an appetizer?
Yeah. Normally when I put it out, people are like, "What is that?" And then they start dipping them chips in there, and that cheese start hanging off that chip. They start going crazy.
All right. I like that.
What are you guys throwing down with at the barbecue? What's on JD's plate?
On my plate, I like it, old school. Give me the chicken drumstick, barbecued on the grill, lathered in barbecue sauce. I'd even take, a full quarter chicken if they have it, with the thigh and the little wing on the end. And then I'm doing a fully loaded potato salad. So you got, your normal potato salad, throw a little bacon, scallions, cheese, just like a fully loaded baked potato. And then typically like a Greek pasta salad. So, pasta salad with cucumbers, tomato, feta, and potentially throw some avocado on top there.
Okay.
And that's usually my plate. If there's steak out, steak tip, something like that, grab some of that. But my go-to plate is that chicken, potato salad, pasta salad, and you're ready to go.
Oh, nice.
And for a
What?
appetizer, I'm throwing down some smoked wings on that. That's my go-to appetizer. So just a dry rub, throw them in the smoker for 2.5 hours, and you got a nice spicy wing to start your day.
Yeah, I don't think I really did wings at a barbecue before.
No.
Trying to think. Yeah, I don't think we ever really did wings. We did fish before, which was good.
Okay.
Shrimp to mix it up for the non-meat eaters.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't think we ever did really wings. Um, I think we did. Well, no, I think we did barbecue wing, like the little wingettes before.
Yep.
Like once, but normally we do the big like big drumstick chicken.
Oh yeah.
With on the barbecue. What's your favorite summertime drink for a barbecue?
So if we're talking like an all day barbecue, this was going to be my beer of the week. I typically go all summer beer. Primarily stick to the Sam Adams Summer Ale. It's been my go-to for, I don't know, since college, so 14 years. Great summertime drink out of the bottle. Just get a 12 pack of those, throw them on ice. They're 5.5%. They got a nice little citrusy finish with the lemon zest that they make it with. Light, refreshing. Really just a great summertime beer.
How do you feel about people? Have you ever seen people that put ice in beer?
I mean, not no. I mean, I guess I've probably seen it, but I mean, to each their own. It's weird, but it just waters down your beer.
Yeah, I think that's I think that would be interesting if they had some kind of form of ice that would that you can put in beer, or if they can make beer to like
they can
almost like a slushy like type of drink.
Yeah, they could. I mean, at that point, why don't you just freeze your beer and take it out when you half hour before you want to drink it?
Yeah, but I think maybe it looks cooler, like if you had beer on ice or like a slushy type beer.
Yeah, I guess I could see it. It's typically if it's going to take you that long to drink the beer where you need ice, then probably have the wrong drink.
I mean, you never know. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see if somebody invents that. And that's it for JD's Bites and Brew. Then for this week, we had some BRRs. Watched Spiral. That's the new Saw movie. I would probably give it like a. It wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Probably like a 6 out of 10. Chris Rock's acting is kind of like unbelievable sometimes. Like I feel like you just wait for him to tell a joke. Don't get me wrong, he's funny. And then Samuel Jackson was his dad in the movie, so it's a funny combo to me. But I mean, overall, the like actual, what is it, like, I don't want to say killings, but like the way they sawed them up, as far as like people that got caught and had to play the game, was on point.
Okay.
It was a little gruesome at times too, so I was surprised. I think this is probably the gruesomeness scenes you'll see from Saw, as far as like people getting chopped up, or the predicaments they put them in order for them to get out. And then it was a little predictable. You can kind of guess who was behind it all from the beginning. So this one wasn't like how, like, remember how the first one, after you saw the first one, the whole time the guy was laying there on the floor, people were like, wow, that was a shocker. But this time it's kind of, I feel like it's a little bit more predictable, from the beginning. So it wasn't a bad movie. So it's one of those movies you could, if you have nothing going on and you're looking for like a horror movie to watch, you could definitely put it on.
Okay. What else we got in the BR this week?
And then the other movie that came out was Infinite. That's a movie with Mark Wahlberg and what's the black guy's name? Chatwell Ejiofor.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah.
So it's about people that have like this ability to remember past lives. So they kind of break it down as far as like people that have like split personality syndrome. Those people actually have lived past lives, and that's what their split personality is remembering.
Oh, okay.
And then so what happens is like one of the guys is trying to like end the end the cycle of like people living multiple lives, and then the other one's trying to use it to like his advantage, obviously, to take over the world. So it's kind of mix of like action, and it seems kind of Fast and Furious like when you watch it, because there's some car scenes. I mean, they're doing some nice car tricks in there. Uh, some good action scenes, but I mean overall, I'll probably have to give it like a 6 out of 10. But I mean, if I compare it to the Spiral, I would give the Spiral maybe a 6.1, 6.2 then, because I felt like Spiral was a little better. But I mean, it's one of those movies that it's just okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of on along the lines of what was the other movie that came out? The big one that everybody was raving about. Tenet. It's
Oh,
kind of like
Tenet.
Tenet.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like Tenet, but it makes a little bit more sense.
hmm
But it's not that bad. It's one of those movies that's not bad and is not good. It's one of those movies you can watch. You'll probably watch it once and probably never watch it again.
hmm
But so it's all just okay.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, finished up Sweet Tooth show on Netflix. Talked about it a little bit in the group chat. I was stuck between a 7.4 and 8. Ended up giving it a 7.8. It's one of those shows. At times it feels a little kiddie, but this is a solid show. With some because it has kids in the show and they're like half human, half like animal. So sometimes when you watch it, you feel like, should I even be watching this? Because it feels a little bit kiddie or childish with the little kids. But overall, it's a good show. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how they break down what caused the virus, stuff like that. And as the kids get older, what abilities they have being half human, half animal. And we'll probably see a lot more action, which would be good. And I think that's it.
That's all. That's all I got. We can do a. Well, you got to catch up on Cool Summer. We can do a Cool Summer review next time.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to binge it and get through it.
Last episode of the season I think is today.
Oh yeah, and Loki came out, which was
Loki. Yep.
Yep, that was actually good. So Loki, it kind of takes place after. You remember when in the last Avengers movie when they were going back to get the Infinity Stones and they messed around and dropped one of the Infinity Stones in front of Loki and he like teleported out. So it takes place like right after that. So he's like teleporting around and he gets arrested by these time police. And they're telling him pretty much not really what happens, but why they were made, to protect the different timelines as far as like I don't say alternate universes, but it's basically like alternate universes. So you remember like when what's the lady's name? When Hulk went to get one of the Infinity Stones and the girl was explaining the timelines, like how when you make a decision, it makes another like outcome for a universe. So it's a bunch of those pretty much. So it kind of leads into Kang, who's like one of the villains as far as a time traveler. So they're going to be trying to stop him, and then I think it's going to be fighting a girl Loki. It's going to be pretty cool. So it seems like it's got a lot of action. It's going to have a lot of stuff that's going to tie into the future of Marvel. So
okay,
but it's definitely something you want to check out. It's probably going to be the best series out of the Marvel series.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. It seems like that's kind of the consensus that this could be the best one of the different Marvel series that are out there.
Yeah, so it comes out every Wednesday, so you don't gotta wait till Friday for it. So it's pretty good.
Awesome.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys rocking out with us. Until next time.
Later.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out with your boy Rich, JD, and Tom here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.